Jenny, do you have a minute? Can you do me a favor? Glenda, I'm working right now. What's up? My lower back pain has gotten worse. I was wondering if you could drive to the hospital. Right now? I'm in pain. Like I said, I'm at work right now, so I can't. I might be able to go this afternoon. So, can you wait a little longer? Oh, no. Are you prioritizing work over me? We're supposed to be building a family soon. That's pretty cold. I get it, but still, I have an important meeting. Can it wait for a couple of hours? What if it gets worse in the next couple of hours? What if I'm not going to be able to walk? Are you going to take responsibility for that? Responsibility? I wish I could have asked my husband. But of course, he's off on a business trip at the worst possible time. And Jason is swamped with work, so I can't ask him. You're the only one I can rely on. What about Lisa? Lisa? Didn't Lisa just get her driver's license recently? Why don't you ask her? No, she can't. Why not? That girl just got a job offer and she's busy studying. I see. But I just saw her with her friends the other day. She looks like she's just enjoying her time with her friends. What's wrong with that? It's not like she's studying all day. She can hang out with friends for a change. Huh? But wouldn't it be quicker to ask Lisa who's home instead of me who's at work? God, aren't you sassy? You don't seem to realize at all that you're going to be a part of this family. Well, what's with you not being able to take care of your mother-in-law? You're going to be married to our family. I don't care what you do. You probably don't even make enough money anyway, so why don't you just quit? Seriously? Keeping a job after getting married is just not the way things are done. I have no intention of quitting my job. Excuse me? I love my job. I'll take a break when we have kids, though. But isn't Jake's income enough? Not to be rude, but when I think about the future, just living off Jake's paycheck would be a stretch. Oh, really? Isn't it because you're bad at managing the finances? Excuse me, Glenda. I have to go for my meeting. I'll come by as soon as I'm done. Hey, hold on, Jenny. Forget about that meeting and come pick me up. Jenny, thank you for taking me to the hospital today. You stopped by the supermarket and even made dinner for us. It really helped me out. No worries. I'm glad I could help. Aging, huh? Not a fan. It's tough standing in the kitchen with this back pain, you know? I hope your back gets better soon. By the way, Jenny, I have another favor to ask. Can you come by and do the laundry tomorrow? What? I can't do it because of my back. You can come by and do it before you go to work. It's easy for you to say that, but your house is the opposite direction from my work. I'd have to leave so early to do that. Yeah, that's fine. I'm an early bird anyways. That's not the point. What are you trying to say? Is it too much to ask? I'm not saying it's a hassle. But could we schedule laundry days for when I'm off work? Besides, Lisa is home, right? So it feels like there's no need for me to go all the way there. Listen, I told you Lisa is busy with her studies. Can't she at least do the laundry? You know where she works, right? Wasn't it Ace Corporation? Yeah. Lisa is going to work for a famous company that even appears in TV commercials. I mean, everyone who got a job offer there must be super talented, just like her. She gotta study hard and get any certificate while she can, so she won't fall behind. Gotta keep up with the others. Right. You know what? I was against your marriage with my son. Really? You know, I never wanted to welcome someone like you who grew up in a poor single-parent household into our family. But Jake insisted that it had to be you. So I had no choice but to agree for him to marry you. Sure, I grew up in a single-parent household, but it's not like we were poor or anything. Maybe you're just not aware of it. Growing up in a financially tight environment might make you think it's normal. But to others, it's pretty obvious. What makes you think that? First off, your appearance. Always wearing plain clothes. Hardly wearing any makeup and not a single piece of jewelry. Yeah, I guess I'm just too lazy to bother with all that. Huh? I'd rather spend my time thinking about work than fussing over clothes and accessories. But I do try to keep myself presentable and at least maintain basic grooming standards. You're always talking about work, work, work. I bet you slacked off on household chores at home too, using work as an excuse. That's not true. Even though work keeps me busy, I try to leave on time as much as possible. I cook, clean, and do laundry every day. I see. So then, you can come over after work? Huh? I'd really prefer if you could do the laundry in the morning, but I'll let it slide for now. Do I really have to do it? Of course. That goes without saying. Also, while you're here, do me a favor and do some grocery shopping. I need milk, eggs. I'll text you the rest later. Are you implying I should make dinner too? Of course I do. Who else is going to cook? You're going to be a part of our family. Helping out when your mother-in-law is in need is just part of being a wife, right? Okay. I'll come over after work. Hey, Jenny. Will you go shopping and cook dinner today too? What? Again? I prepared for tonight's dinner when I was here yesterday. Yeah, about that. I hate to admit it, but I ended up throwing it all away. What? You threw them all away? I'm sorry. I should have told you earlier, but Lisa has a lot of food dislikes. Your dish had some of her least favorite ingredients. Even so, you didn't have to throw it all away. Even if Lisa doesn't like it, you can still eat it, right? Isn't it a bit extreme to throw it all out? But we're a family. Shouldn't we be able to eat different things? If we're having a meal together, I'd want us all to share the same food. But next time, I'll make sure to tell you Lisa's food dislikes beforehand. So, could you please make dinner? If that's the case, why not have Lisa make it? It's not like it's an allergy. Just food preferences, right? I'm busy too. I can't keep up with Lisa's whims. Wow! What a terrible thing to say. Lisa will be your sister-in-law. Don't you think it's a wife's duty to know your husband's family's preferences? Don't tell me you're forcing Jake to eat things he dislikes too. Honestly, I'm worried about the future. Okay, I guess I'll make it. By the way, can you pay me for the things I bought yesterday? Are you going to charge me? Even though you made something we couldn't eat? Couldn't eat? You just threw it away on your own, right? And as for the last time we went shopping together, you haven't paid me yet. I don't have a choice. I don't have a car to go to the bank. It's tough without my husband around. Don't you have any compassion? But everything's been butts and back talk from you. I never dared talk back to my mother-in-law. No matter what she said, I just said yes and obediently followed along. But to throw away food someone made and then ask for it to be remade, it's just beyond unreasonable. There you go again, talking back. That's why I hate women who work. Acting all high and mighty just because you make a little money. Okay, that's enough. I'll see you tonight. Come as soon as possible. I have a lot of other things for you to do besides making dinner. Hey, Jenny. Thank you for coming by last night and helping with the housework. Lisa was thrilled this time because it was all her favorite foods. That's good to hear. Thanks to your specific requests. Yeah, the food was amazing. It's just... What? About the cleaning? Cleaning? I did what you asked and vacuumed all the rooms, but... I figured you just vacuumed. No wonder it still feels dusty. You know, you're supposed to wipe down after vacuuming, right? Don't tell me that's how you are at your home. I work on weekdays. Usually, I just use the vacuum. But on my days off, I do wipe down as well. I guess you've been slacking at home then. Slacking? After finishing work, I come over to cook and clean here. Then, when I get home, I have to cook dinner for myself and Jake. I can't do everything perfectly like that. If you're not happy with how I do things, ask your own son for help. There's no way I can ask Jake for help. He works late at night. I'm working just as hard as he is. I can't handle any more demands. It's just too much for me. How dare you say that? Don't you want to help? Did I say anything wrong? Sorry, but it's time for me to work. If you'll excuse me. Hey, Jenny. What is it today? Shopping? Housework? What's with the attitude? Your back pain is all better now, right? You see, I'm not trying to call you out or anything. Okay, so can we talk later? I'm still at work. Here you go again, prioritizing work again. Seriously? Looks like I was right all along. Excuse me? What? I've been observing your actions for a while now. I've come to realize you're not suitable to be our daughter-in-law. Jenny, please break off the engagement. What? I'm disappointed in you. I thought since you grew up in a single-parent household, you'd be willing to do all the housework. But all you do is work. It's embarrassing for a woman to use work as an excuse like that. And then, you go on about asking Jake and Lisa for help? You have zero awareness of what it means to be a wife. With that attitude, I feel anxious about the future. But you're the only one who's unhappy with me. I did make the decision to call off the engagement, that's for sure. But I know Jake will agree with me. He said, if Mom says no, then no. Interesting. So you're saying your whole family is in favor of breaking off the engagement then? I didn't bother asking Lisa. I'm sure she doesn't want to be your sister-in-law. You're old and not particularly pretty. A younger bride would get along better with Lisa, don't you think? Does Jake's father know about the broken engagement? Unlike you, he was happy that Jake and I are getting married. I can just update him later. Besides, he's on a business trip overseas and won't be home for a while. I'll just tell him that you two had a fallout, and I'm sure he'll understand. I see. Either way, I don't want anybody like you in my family. My son deserves someone better and richer. I understand. If you're going that far, I'll just call off the engagement. Thank you for being so understanding. Then I'll take back the job offer for your daughter. What? Her job offer? The offer she got from Ace Corporations. I'll withdraw it in accordance with my broken engagement. Since you and I will no longer have anything to do with each other, I don't owe you any special treatment. Huh? What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with you. Are you okay? Did getting dumped for engagement make you lose your mind? No, I'm pretty sane. Withdrawing Lisa's job offer? You can't do anything about it. Yes, I can. I am the president of the company. What? President? No, you're not. Don't tell me you didn't know that. I thought I said that when I first met you. I don't know if you did, but I don't remember at all. I gave you my business card. I threw it right away. I'm appalled. You weren't listening, and on top of that, you threw my card away without even looking at it? No way I'm falling for that. You? The president of that company? Unbelievable. Well then, why don't you go on our website? You'll find my picture and name in the president's message section. No way. My grandfather on my mother's side is the founder of the company. I took over last year. Your husband knew about it. He was the one who asked me to offer Lisa a job. I was the one who decided to give her a job. Really? My husband? Huh? You seriously thought Lisa got that job offer based on her own performance? But she's such a talented girl. That's what you think. But let me tell you, despite managing to get into a private university, she hardly studied and spent most of her time goofing off. And now, you're telling me she got into our company based on her own performance? Give me a break. You've got to be kidding me. As expected, it seems Lisa got rejected left and right during her job hunt. So your worried husband begged me to hire her for some odd jobs. He even said, please straighten out my daughter's spoiled attitude. In other words, she got the job offer because of me. It's not like because of her performance. I beg your pardon. Well, that was because she was my future sister-in-law. Now that you want to break off the engagement, that will be nothing. Oh no! I thought getting a job at a big company would set her up for a secure future. I'm sorry to hear that. I look forward for her future success. Okay. I'll approve your marriage with my son. Huh? I take everything back. That's enough, right? Of course not. I'm the president of the company. I've been doing all the household chores you told me. I didn't even complain, even if you haven't paid me for the groceries. I'm not even married yet, but I believe I've done more than enough work. You insulted me, calling me poor and old. I've been hit with a one-sided decision to call off the engagement. Do you think I would let you get away with that? That's why I ask for forgiveness. I'll give you my blessings to marry my son. Huh? It's too late for that. Not caring about his own mother and letting his fiancée do everything? Can't control his own mother? Instead of standing up for me, he just does as he's told and calls off the engagement. I don't need a mama's boy. Who do you think you are, speaking from a position of superiority, talking about forgiveness and acceptance? I think you should be the one begging for forgiveness. No, I mean, I'm sorry. Is that your way of apologizing? Even the 3-year-old can say sorry better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. Please, forgive me. Well, it's too late for that. Anyways, I understand breaking the engagement. I'll hire a lawyer, so let's formally proceed with the cancellation later. However, I need you to pay me back for the food expenses. We haven't settled it yet. No, wait a minute. Don't break off the engagement. Pretend it never happened. I won't do anything like that again, and I'll pay you back. I've already made up my mind. I'm so glad it happened before we got married. I got to know your son and my future mother-in-law's true colors. Oh, sorry, I meant you, Glenda. We are complete strangers now. Don't call me a stranger. I'm sorry. Let's talk about it with Jake. There's nothing to talk about. I've decided to cut you off completely. Goodbye. Wait a minute. I have work to do. Excuse me. Goodbye. I told you to wait. Soon after that, she contacted her husband. They drove to my office together. I went to my mother's house right away so I won't run into them. They texted, called, and even stalked me. Even the meeting with our lawyers, they were begging and crying on their knees. I ignored all of them, and with a lawyer in between, I managed to cancel the engagement officially. Jake's father, who was on a business trip overseas, was surprised and amazed to hear about the engagement being called off. Of course, I explained everything, what Glenda did. So, after coming back from his trip, he asked Glenda for a divorce. Glenda was crying and begging for forgiveness, but he made up his mind too. And as for Jake, he was still pining for me and continued to live in the apartment we used to share. However, since he couldn't afford the rent on his own, he ended up moving back to his parents' house within a month. Since Lisa's job offer was revoked, she hastily began job hunting. Due to the timing being too late, she was rejected everywhere and ended up becoming a college graduate bum. The three of them are living together at their house. They became quite famous in the neighborhood as the poor family whose bride ran away before marriage. It seems they spend their days feeling miserable, with gossips following them wherever they go. As for me, a year after this incident, I started dating someone who my grandfather introduced me to. Just recently, he proposed to me. Unlike Jake, he understands my job and actively helps with the household chores. From now on, I hope to build a warm family with him, who is sincere and kind.